Thanks everybody for joining me today. My name is Vincent Meza, and this is our class on Facebook advertising. So I asked before we started here, who has advertised on Facebook and who has not. We've got a few who haven't. So let me start by just high level about how to think about Facebook. First of all, if you're a client, you should be in our mastermind group. It is on Facebook. If you're not in the group, you can't see it. It's a private group, so it's kind of sneaky that way. The way to get into the group is go into your account and go to your support page down here at the left and just ask the support team in this box, you know, please get me in the mastermind group, right? And just send that. Our whole support team sees that, and they're going to get you in the mastermind group. And this is actually a great spot because this is where our clients talk about what's working for them, what's not working for them, where they have questions. It's also where Scott and I kind of put the latest stuff that's coming on. And for some reason, Facebook is having a problem, so we'll let that wait. Hopefully it doesn't break. It's also where I put the recorded webinars, right? Or support does. But when this call is being recorded, and this will be in here, right? So you can always use this magnifying glass up here to type in the words recorded webinar, and there's definitely a couple of recordings that I definitely want you to see. So let's see if I can. Facebook is acting really buggy right now, so I'm not even going to worry about it. Okay. Type in recorded webinar. Okay. Because we do live trainings every week, but you may not have time. You know, your schedule may not allow. There's definitely one. Well, there's kind of two. There are three classes that I do over and over. The top tools to get listings is kind of what you want to know, right? I think inventory is tight across the country. It still is. So if you want listings, you need to know the top tools to get listings, and those are covered in that call. And then, so let's now go back into the mastermind group though, and show you something that just came in related to Facebook ads. And it came in from one of our clients just over the weekend regarding a listing in Florida. So I think it's kind of, you know, it's kind of like the East Coast of Florida, Jupiter, $1 million listing. He got 20 leads with, on average, 79 cents a lead. Okay. And he's pretty psyched. You know, he spent, you know, 20 bucks and gets 20 leads of people that want to buy $1 million home, right? So this is really good. You'll notice that the ad looks like this. And to create that ad takes about 15 seconds. So let's just go pop over in listings to leads and see what that's about. How can that be that easy? Now, some of you have said you run ads in Facebook in the past, and some of you have not run ads, right? So I'm going to go from this section here. We're on the listings page here, so all your listings can be here. I will point out, if you click market listing here, there's actually the first place we drop you on is a section that says Facebook ads. And to create an ad, all you do is you type in the name of the town. Remember that guy, Peter, did, you know, Jupiter. So he did this, and he clicked this button, create an ad. Now, he might have expanded the radius so that more people would see it, but the $35 ad created, it looks like this. You kind of recognize it from the previous page I was showing you. This is what's getting leads, right? It's that simple. Now, on this view here, we went through the listings page. So I've got social media posts, which are not ads, they're just posts, right? Let me turn this thing off. There's a seller social media. You should definitely take advantage of this. We email it to you automatically. It's great for getting buyers and sellers. The #1 tool for listings, meaning not just collecting addresses and emails, but actually getting listing contracts. The #1 tool is the nearby homeowner letter. We also auto create an e-flyer for your CRM. If you got if you got hundreds or thousands of leads in your CRM, you need to go here and click this and copy this and blast it onto your CRM. And then we've got single property websites and virtual tours, and we auto upload them to YouTube and all that fun stuff. But we're really concentrating on ads right now. So I'm going to go over to the ads tab, and we're going to focus here. Okay. Now, first of all, if you've not come to this page before, it's not going to look like this. There's going to be one big blue button, and it's going to say connect to Facebook, right? So click that button, and then it takes you to a Facebook page, and there it will say continue as you, as your personal name, and click yes, continue as you. And the next page, it says what business pages do you want? And obviously that's going to be your real estate business page. Now, I want to kind of say this because I've been hearing a lot of this in the past month. Agents, realtors like you, either work alone or you work with other companies, and for one reason or another, your Facebook ad account is shut down, right? It's just shut down, and you can't run ads through it. If that's the case, we're not going to be able to help you. We're not going around it. We're the first, as I just mentioned, we're connecting to your ad account. So if your ad account is locked up for whatever reason, we're not going to be able to help you. But if it is fine, you're going to find that you're going to have 3 green buttons, right? Create a listing ad, create a landing page ad, and to create a PDF report ad. So let's go to create a listing ad. And I showed you that open house listing ad that I did on the Facebook page. I'm just going to show you how to create it right here. I've got the open house right here. I click on it, just leave it on lead ads, the default, and click create an ad. Lead ads means that your leads come in with pre-populated phone numbers, emails, and names. Okay, so these are really helpful to have leads with phone numbers. You can text them, you can call them, you can email them, of course. And then all you got to do, this home is in Berkeley, so I'm going to type in Berkeley, California. Now, wherever you are, I don't know where you guys are, you might want to expand the radius, maybe to 30 miles. And then you can click publish. Okay, that's it. Choose the property, type in the town, maybe expand the radius, and click publish. And that is exactly what Peter was doing when he was generating 79-cent buyer leads on Facebook. So that's for buyer leads. And I know a lot of people are not interested in buyer leads. Buyers are easy to get. So what do you do for seller leads, right? One great thing to do is do a listing ad, but not for homes that are for sale, but for homes that have sold, right? So I'm going to click that again, and hopefully this is not completely bogged down on me. Sorry, danger. Okay, create a listing ad. Let's do its thing. And choose a sold property, right? And now that it's sold, I'm going to do this one up here. Leave it on lead ad so we get those phone numbers pre-populated. Create the ad, and you can see what the ad's going to look like. But notice that the language is saying that has affected your home value. Click below or text this number, and that's if you're using our text service, to get your free home value, right? So sold ads are designed to get listing leads. Now, I'm going to type, this is in Auburn, Indiana, so I'm going to type in Auburn, Indiana. You could expand the radius if you want, right? And then publish. And this ad is going to go out, and it's going to be capturing listing leads for you, okay? If there are any questions on what I'm doing, jump right in on the chat panel and let me know. The other way of getting both buyers or sellers is to click this green button that says create a PDF report ad. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to point out that we have 25 seller reports written in-house by us. They're pretty high level, but they're all valuable, and they're all branded to you, okay? Now you'll notice over here it says English. If I toggle this, you can change it to Spanish, right? If you're working in a Spanish-speaking area. But I'm working in English and my Spanish is negligent or negligible. Can you use sold listings that is not yours? Yes, Jeff, you can. Yes, you can. Let me just stop right here to answer that question. If we go to listings, usually people like to borrow listings, and you see this green button on the listings page, and it says grab listing. This should really say grab active listing, because if this listing is active, you just need to drop it in the zip code and an MLS ID. And if it's not your listing, deselect this box and grab it. And that'll pull in an active listing, okay? Now, if it's sold, it's not active. So in that case, you can do a manual, right? You manually put it in. And so ideally you take a picture and you're just putting in these fields here, not a lot, and add one picture. And that's how you do it, right? So, and a lot of agents who are the buyer's agent, who help a person buy a home, they'll turn right around and say, you know what, I'm going to pull that listing in my own account and market it as sold when it's sold, so that I can use all the tools that, you know, Vince is talking about, right? So that's how you get a listing in there. Either way, if you manually do it or you grab it, it's going to be in there and available for you to run an ad on the ads page, okay? So we've got that sort of, you know, taken care of. Buyer leads, seller leads with listing ads is great. The PDF report ads, we were looking at that. And, you know, if you notice, you can see a little white circular button here. You can download all these reports and just check them out. Make sure you understand what's there, and, you know, make sure your contact info is right and all that. But then if I'm ready to go, just click create an ad, and let's just wait and see. And this is what the ad looks like, okay? And you're gonna wanna type in whatever town you're in. Now, the thing about this is a really good way of getting listing leads. You might wanna expand the area because it's for sellers, right? And the thing is, this report is ready. You don't have to do anything. As soon as when you publish, right, you choose your town, you put your radius, you publish. As soon as you run this, when people start clicking on it, we give them a link to download the report. The only way they can download the report is if they give you their name, phone number, and email, okay? So great way of getting listing leads. If you don't want listing leads, you can go right back to the same PDF tab, and you can do a PDF report ad on, sorry guys, I think I've been doing so many presentations today that my computer's just bogging down. Come on. Let's see. Click create PDF report ad and click buyer reports, right? Now in buyer reports, obviously it's for buyers. Right? So there's one other thing I want to show you. Are there any questions on this? Notice you can upload your own custom report in either way, right? For buyers or for sellers. You might have a report that, you know, your office created, or you've got a partner that gave it to you, or you just bought it and you want to upload it and create an ad. You upload it there. You notice how this is blue here? All these are blue. Now, for a lot of companies, that's just fine. Over here in the library, and soon we're going to have all this put more easily, because I hate it when you have to click in 3 or 4 places to update something. But that's just how we built it, so we'll get there. So here it says settings. Really, that should say colors, because, well, you can do English here, so yeah, okay, got it. You could change it to Krylike, right? Or any other company that you see in here, and save it. And what that does is that changes the color scheme of the PDFs to match your branding, right? Now, soon this settings button is going to be right there in the ad section, so that you don't have to go clicking around. It just intuitively makes more sense, right? But that's how it works right now. And I definitely recommend that you're running PDF report ads. Now, the last section in ad section is home values, or not home values, but landing page ads. And I want to kind of point out that free home value ads is the #1 ad that agents think gets good listing leads, right? Now that's an important statement. That's what you're thinking. It's actually, as I remember, I mentioned that you should watch our recorded webinars. And I said, yeah. You can see the top tools to get listings right here is a recorded webinar. Guess what's at the bottom of that list? Running a home value ad on Facebook is at the bottom of the list. And that's because Facebook has changed so much over the years that it's not effective, essentially, to run a home value ad. It's really hard. And the real reason is that that minimum radius works against you. Your ad is always overshooting where you're trying to target. So it's just impossible to really target. So it just makes it not great. I do recommend running one at least once a month. And that's for branding. Now notice that mine says it's sponsored by Listings to Leads. When you go in, remember I said the first thing you're going to see is connect to your Facebook account. So this is going to be sponsored by your Facebook account. And the point there is that thousands of people are going to see these ads. And so you're building your brand for whatever your business page is called, and that's going to get, obviously be better for your business, and you're going to capture leads. So, however, on the landing page section, you can create a landing page ad for the other topics, right? Like, let's give it a second. Boy, it's really dragging here. So you give me a second. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on with my computer today. But when we click landing page here, we've got new construction landing pages, down payer assistance. You can even create custom landing pages for buyers, custom landing pages for sellers. And they're all available for you here to run ads. Now, we automatically create, as soon as you sign up, in the landing page section, you got a free home values one, you got down payer assistance, and you got new construction. I'm going to choose new construction, and I'm going to click create an ad. And what's going to happen? It's going to create an ad. Right. So I'm going to type in a local town here. Well, I'm going to type in the name of the town that I live in, right? And Lafayette. And you can expand the radius, and you can click publish, right? And then that's going to, capture leads for people that are interested in new construction. So do you have any questions about how to create ads? We talked about 3 different kinds of ads. Listing ads, whether you're looking for buyers or sellers. PDF report ads, again, whether you're looking for buyers or sellers. And then landing page ads. And you can look again for buyers and sellers with landing pages. So I don't see any questions, so I'm going to answer 2 that you should have asked. One is, on the landing pages, you can actually create and customize your own landing pages, right? So I've got all kinds of them here. The free home value, these 3 up here, these are already created. You should definitely click the edit pencil on that first free home values and put a picture in the background of, that's like a local landmark, right? Something local that helps people understand that you know their area, right? Because if this looks like a generic suburban neighborhood, which is what it does look like, or it looks like a coffee cup, generic is not that helpful, right? People need to know that you know their area before they get comfortable giving you their address and contact information. So I definitely recommend that you click upload image here and you upload an image, right? And then there you go, right? Those are the landing pages. You can create unlimited landing pages right here for empty nesters or custom reports for buyers or for sellers, all kinds of stuff that you can do. Once you've created it, you can go over here to ads and you can create a landing page ad. Right? Now I'm going to go over here and create a PDF report ad because there is something that you should really be thinking of, and actually not many people know. And in Facebook, there's been a system called retargeting. Okay, retargeting. And what that means is that you could make a custom audience, right? So I'm going to do an ad here for the 5 dangers of overpricing. So when you go into when you go into our system, you're going to see a little tag that says sign up for retargeting, and I definitely recommend that you do that. Okay, so I'm going to do this ad for Lafayette, and as you can imagine, it's going to go out to everybody within 15 miles of Lafayette, right? But if I click this button down here that says retarget current leads, this uses a custom audience. So your head might start spinning here. So I'm going to talk slowly, and I want you to hear what this is, okay? A custom audience is something that you build inside of Facebook. And what that means is, like, you might have a bunch of old leads that you bought from Zillow, just sitting there in an Excel spreadsheet, not doing anything. You could then say, hey, I'm going to upload that to Facebook and call it my old Zillow leads. And it would be here in this box for you to target. So everybody within 15 miles of Lafayette is going to get it and see your ad and all those old Zillow leads, right? But if you also turn on retargeting with us, we're going to create a file in your Facebook account called listings to, L to L leads. And you can choose that so that as you're capturing leads with an ad like this, which is with a PDF report, you're going to be able to give them more value over time. And you may not know this, but leads, if you capture a lead today, you're not likely going to have them in your office signing a contract with you tomorrow. You actually have to do a little bit of work to convert the leads. And one of those things is, creating value, offering value to them as a professional. And by sending ads like this in front of those old leads, that's a really simple way of doing it, right? Very easy. And you know that they're kind of staying active. They're seeing your ads and they're downloading these reports. That's going to help you convert those leads. So I definitely think you should be using that. We have made it incredibly easy to do retargeting. So definitely think that you should do that. So I hope everybody understands that. But I'm going to kind of wrap it up. I don't see a lot of questions. I'm going to wrap it up with a high-level way of how you should think of Facebook. Now, this, I see a question here, so let's answer that. What tools from L to L can use to market a new listing I just got? That is a great question. And Solomon, let me ask you, are you in the mastermind group, Solomon? Yeah. So if you go to the mastermind group, you will see an ad. You'll see a post that was just put up just a couple days ago, right here. How do I market an open house? And how you market an open house is exactly the way that you market a just listed property. I mean, except it doesn't say open house, but same thing. And what you do, and just to kind of give you a quick idea, you go to listings. If your listing is in there automatically, it will be on this list. And if it's not there automatically, you click this green button and you grab it or you manually enter it. And then here I've got a listing that's active. You click on market listing. You run an ad on that listing right here on Facebook. You use your social media post here. You use a seller social media post. You can use the e-flyer for your seller as well. And this nearby homeowner letter you should use. And Solomon, do you have a bunch of leads in your CRM? Do you have a CRM with like a few hundred or a few thousand leads? Because if you do, you should use the e-flyer for your database and blast that out on those people. And then I would also, yeah, so I would blast that out because there are hyperlinks, these pictures, these links, those are clickable and they're going to capture leads for you. I would also share the single property website. I would also share the virtual tour wherever you can, right? Wherever you can, like inside of, social media, very social media, because people love virtual tours and single property websites. You've got a lot of tools that you can use. Everything I just clicked on, I recommend that you use. Okay, so let's go back and finish up this concept of Facebook ads. And this I'm going to give you for everybody. And what I mean is, if you're a brand new, let's say you're a brand new agent or you're an agent with no listings, what should you be doing with Facebook, right? First of all, I got to tell you that 71% of Americans spend over 40 minutes every day on Facebook, okay? And your ads show up right where they're scrolling through. So it's really smart to have a consistent ad budget. And so you should be running at least $200 to $300 a month, every month. And you should split it up in at least 8 ads. One ad should be a listing ad. We've done a few. You could do it in any what do you call it? Status, just listed, open house, for sale, or under contract or sold. Under contract or sold is going to get listings leads. So these are, you could run a 4-day ad for 20 bucks. A $20 ad in the United States will be seen by 2,000 to 3,000 people. Okay, so your brand is going to be seen 2,000 to 3,000 times. I showed you an ad earlier on for buyers, 79 cents a lead. If you run a $20 ad, you're going to end up with 20 plus leads. Okay, so that's one ad, but I'm telling you to do it once a week, minimally for 4 days for 20 bucks. Then during each one of those weeks, run either a landing page ad or a PDF report ad. Doesn't matter which ones you do, but just keep it going, right? So your basic, and then run that ad for like 30 bucks, right? Maybe 40 bucks. So that's 2 ads every week at about 50 bucks a week. There are usually 4 weeks every month. So that is 200 bucks a month. Your business page will be seen 15 to 20,000 times, okay? Every month. You will collect 100, 200, 300 leads every month for that $200 investment. So that's really the way to take advantage of Facebook, right? It's very easy. We have made it incredibly easy to capture leads. We've made it incredibly easy for you to offer value with PDF report ads, right? So, if you're going to be in real estate, there are so many fun ways for you to blow money on technology companies. There just are. I've heard about it. I have these conversations every day with realtors of all the money they're spending on incredibly expensive leads, and they don't really convert, right? So we've got a lot of ways of helping you capture low-cost leads. We've got PDF reports to help you convert. And then one last thing, if you're a client of ours, you should go right here to this tab that says follow-ups and join the waiting list. And as soon as you do, go to your support page and say, hey, how do I activate the follow-up plan? And that is really the point. Capturing leads for a lot of our agents is really exciting. It's, because a lot of realtors have not really been successful in capturing leads, right? Many of the tools from many of your offices are colorful. Some of them are even automated, so you don't even have to touch them, but they don't actually capture any leads, so you don't really have anybody to talk to. Our tools all capture leads. The more you use, the more leads you're going to get. But we've been doing this for 11 years now. We know we're good at capturing leads. We know that our agents that use our tools are awesome at capturing leads. I got clients that generate 500 leads a month consistently. You might be generating 5 or 10 leads a month. We are now getting into the place of helping you convert those leads, and that's what this follow-up page is. So I would go to this tab, click the green button to join the waiting list, and then go to the support page and ask them, how do you activate this deal, right? How do you activate the follow-up plans? So that's really it, guys. Is there any question about that broad strategy of, how you capture leads? Right, is there anything there? If not, that's kind of my story for today. You do see that your ads are here later on. You'll see them here. You can see how many people it's reaching, see your cost per click and all that. Definitely get a consistent ad strategy built on Facebook. I gave you a high level outline. You can see it's so easy to create ads here. So really, I would be using this as quickly as you can to get things going so that you're in front of the market, you're in front of the market cheaply, and you're capturing leads for it. Okay. So I don't see any more questions. So I want to say thanks for joining me today. This call is being recorded and it will be in the mastermind group later today. As a reminder, I see a lot of you got on late. Click this button down here where it says support if you're not in the mastermind group, and ask them to get you in. And then also, once you're in the mastermind group, there's a magnifying glass here. Type in the words recorded webinar, and you know what you're going to see? All of our recorded webinars, including this one. You'll see this one here in the mastermind group in just a couple of hours. So I don't see any questions. Thanks everybody for joining me today. I can't say enough about Facebook advertising. It is still incredibly relevant and very powerful, and listings to leads has made it incredibly easy. If you're going to be in real estate and run real estate ads, you need to do it right on this page. So thanks everybody. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for the questions, and keep safe. We'll talk soon. Bye-bye.